Well, part of it is in Revelation, if John is describing these churches, these assemblies accurately, some do have resources and some don't.
Mm-hmm.
So you're right that the ancient world has a very few people who are unimaginably rich, and most people are subsisting or just a little better. Certainly not saving up wealth or retirement accounts. Absolutely. But Revelation has a really sharp critique, not of wealth as wealth, but of wealth gained through exploitation.
Mm.
So what an ancient empire was, or a modern empire for that matter, is you use other people's land and labor to send money back to the imperial center,
Right.
and to the elites. And in Revelation 18, another image for Rome that Revelation uses, mentioned earlier, is the prostitute. And when John sees her, she's wearing expensive garments and jewels. She's got a golden cup. She's opulent. But she gets destroyed in chapter 18. And there's this moment when various groups are lamenting that she's destroyed. But one is people who trade off sea traffic, merchants. And it lists the cargo that she was producing that made them wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like gold, silver, pearls, jewels, luxury wood, luxury food, luxury scents, luxury items. And then there are two more: horses and chariots, which are instruments of war in the ancient world. You didn't farm with a horse. And then the final item in the list is slaves, human lives. And this is what the Romans did. They literally transported tens to hundreds of thousands of people enslaved to Rome and other imperial cities,
Mm-hmm.
to the degree that 20 to 40% of the population of a city was enslaved.
Right.
And what Revelation is celebrating is that this system that just bleeds dry all of these provinces and the ordinary people in these provinces. There was one emperor who said, "I like my sheep sheared, but not shorn." Like, leave them something. But the whole point is to exploit. Anyway, what Revelation is doing is condemning that. So, when wealth itself can be spiritually dangerous, I agree. But what we have now is a society in which people are so wealthy they have no accountability to a community other than each other.
Right.
They have no accountability to the people who work for them. And they seem to be determined to drive public policy and decide who gets what. And they seem willing to promote technologies, whether they're good for us or harmful.
Mm-hmm.
That's exploitation. And yeah. So, again, this is a question Revelation poses that you won't find in the same way anywhere else in the New Testament. What does it look like when you build a society that way?
Yeah, it sounds almost like an ancient, and it's not. It's an anachronism, but an ancient critique of modern laissez-faire capitalism, because of the way that is about the accumulation of wealth and power at the expense of others.